pleased to have Hannah Burke with us today. Thanks for joining us, Hannah.
Worries.
Hannah plays on the Ladies European Tour and is ranked 72 in Europe. What an amazing achievement and an inspiration to us all. Right, well, we found out a few interesting facts about you, Hannah.
Oh no!
Do you know how many birdies you made in tournament rounds last year?
No, I didn't. No.
Have a guess.
50.
No, a huge 88.
88? That's pretty good.
88. And do you know what your average putts are per round?
Oh, it needs to be lower. That's the main thing I know. What about 31?
Not bad, 32.
Okay,
Pretty spot on. And finally, how many greens in regulation do you think you made last year?
Percentage? About 70.
76%.
76,
Higher,
yeah, that's
higher
good,
than you
yeah.
think. So you just said your putts need to be lower
Yeah.
per round. Why
Around
do you
30
say that?
I would like, but the problem is I hit a lot of greens, so I tend to two-putt a lot, so I don't hold loads of putts because
Right.
my green in regulation is pretty high, so
Okay.
yeah.
So what are you working on in your game at the moment?
Holding out from kind of inside 10 feet,
Okay.
and mainly hitting it closer within 100 yards.
Right, so 100 yards and in,
That's
important. Right, so we've got a few questions that the children have posed that we'd like to put to you, if that's okay.
That's fine, yeah.
Okay, right, let's ask those questions. The first question is from Iona, aged 4. Do you need that interpreting for you?
I'm going to go with, do you have a pet?
Yes.
I do, yes. A little dog called Trix, a jug.
Trix.
Yeah, Trixie, yeah.
And what sort of dog's Trixie?
She's a jug, so a mix between a Jack Russell and a pug.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's quite interesting.
Oh, lovely. Does she come with you when you're practicing?
Sometimes, yeah. At Essendon it's good because you can bring
Yeah,
a dog.
yeah.
Other golf courses don't allow it, so
Okay.
I like to bring her sometimes.
Does she chase after your ball?
Not the ball, no. Usually like rabbits, squirrels,
Yeah.
or anything else that moves.
That's a bit like my dog. The next question is from Nicholas, aged 9.
I was 8 when I started playing at just the local public course. They had a par 3 and a rookie club on a Saturday morning. So I used to go down with my brother here, play the par 3. So I was about 8, I think. Yeah.
8. And what was your first handicap?
Well, we only had one on the par 3 course to begin with. So my first handicap on the main course was when I was about 11, I think, 10, 11. It was 25.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
You came down pretty quickly?
Quite quickly,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
what was your
landed.
lowest handicap?
My lowest ever, when I turned pro, I was +4.
Good.
+4.
Oh my god, that's
Yeah.
amazing. That's so good. How old were you then?
So just born at 22.
22.
Yeah, so I just finished in the States at university.
So just for everyone who knows then, or doesn't know, playing off +4 means that you have to go round 4 under par.
Yeah. So you have to
every
do 4
time you
shots
play.
to the course. You don't take shots.
That's just unbelievable. It really is. Something to think about, hey guys. So this is from Melissa, aged 3.
When did you turn pro?
And that's when did you turn pro?
When did I turn pro?
Yes.
I turned pro in 2011. My first year on the European Tour would have been 2012. So I went to Q School in December.
And so tell us what led to Q School.
So I've been over in America studying at college in Texas. So I finished my degree and came back after finishing and went to qualifying school, which was at La Manga in Spain. So you have to play 5 rounds and then it's the top 30 you get full card. So
it's tough.
So I finished actually tied 30th and had to play in a playoff, so I got card 31.
Goodness.
My first year, yeah. So
Goodness. And so you go through Q School.
yeah.
And what does that mean for you as a golfer?
So basically it gets you playing rights, so you're able to enter the tournaments on the European Tour. So if you don't get any status, then you would play the tour below, which is the Ladies Access Tour.
Right,
So full card is the Ladies European Tour, and then the feeder tour is called the Access
So you
Tour.
got your full card.
Yeah.
And the first year, how many tournaments did you
I
play?
played 12 events on the LET and secured my full card for the following year, so I was able to get into more events the next year, and I kind of just played on from that.
Okay. And the Ladies European Tour, for people who don't know, what does that mean for you? Where are you playing your golf?
The year starts in Australia and then works its way China, Morocco, back through Europe, and then out to the Middle East.
Goodness, a lot of travel.
Yeah, so the season is usually from kind of end of January through till end of November.
Right,
so it's quite a long year, yeah.
And just in terms of where you're going next, where are you off?
I head to India on Sunday.
Right,
yeah.
India.
So India bound, New Delhi bound, yeah, so I'm looking forward to it.
And where will you be playing?
At DLF. So it's the same course we play where the men play as well. So it's where Matt Wallace won last year.
Wow, okay.
So we actually started playing there and the men followed, but the first year it was too tough for the men, so they had to change the greens, so the men came the year after.
Okay. And you played there before?
Yeah, last couple of years.
And how have you done in
not too bad. I usually play okay in India, yeah, because
Right.
it's quite a tight course, and I'm quite accurate off the tee and into the green, so it suits my game quite well, yeah.
And Hannah was telling us a funny story earlier. Was it last year you had a bit of Delhi belly?
I know. Well, I feel like it hits everybody. Last year I wasn't too bad. It was a few years ago that I was lucky enough to have someone really good on my bag, Joe Morley, that helped me round. Otherwise, I don't know if I'd have made it.
You're very ill, were you?
Yeah, not very well at all.
Not good at all, on the golf course. Our next question, Hannah, is from Maisie, aged 4.
What's your favourite colour?
Oh, my favourite colour.
What's your favourite colour?
She wanted to ask it a couple of times. That's a tough one. I'd probably go blue. But I'm an Arsenal fan, so it should be red. And then I went to college, and their colours were green and gold. So I feel like I just like a lot of colours. Yeah.
So I looked at your website earlier. You say that you're an Arsenal fan.
Yes.
So are you a season ticket holder?
No, unfortunately not. No, I go when I'm home. I went to the Fulham game at the weekend.
Right.
So when I'm home, I try to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're big into your football?
Yeah, quite big. Yeah, my dad is very into his football. He's actually a Manchester City fan, though.
Okay.
But I didn't want to follow his Northampton side.
So did you play other sports when
I
you were growing up?
Yeah. So I played quite a high level of hockey, field hockey, and then had to kind of pick between the two. But growing up through school, I played everything. Yeah.
Did you ever play football?
Football.
Yeah.
Everything. I basically.
You tried everything, and golf was just the thing.
Yeah, it was the one that kind of clicked, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Our next question is from Daniel, age 10. And Daniel wants to know, Hannah, what part of your game you practice the most?
Probably everything, really. Yeah, because it's hard when you're working in your swing, you usually tend to hit more balls and then kind of forego your short game, but you should never do that. Short game is probably the main thing that you should be practicing and do some part of it in every practice session that I do. But I've tried to start playing golf more. I got into a bit of a rut where I was practicing and not really playing as much, so you kind of lose the scoring ability.
Yes.
So recently I've started to play a lot more, so I'm playing 4 or 5 times a week and actually practicing less, so just doing my standard warm-up, going out to play 18, keeping a score,
interesting.
and then kind of work on the bits while out playing that I feel like I need to work on and go away and work on those afterwards, just for kind of immediate feedback, really.
So you play, you go and practice immediately after?
Yeah, so you kind of know, because my swing, I've been hitting it really well, so it's one of those where you can kind of hit it well, go to the range and start fiddling.
You've got to know how to score, haven't
That's
you? Get
it,
away around the golf course.
So I've recently tried to play a lot more rather than kind of sit on the range and hit loads of balls.
Okay. And if you had some advice for juniors who are trying to get their handicaps down, maybe try and get a handicap for the first time, what would you say to them? What's important for them?
Again, probably what I've been working on, 100 yards and in.
Right.
That's a lot of where the pros tend to pick up their shots. So your third shot into a par 5 will always usually be a wedge within 100 yards. So if you can get that to within 10 foot, you've got a better chance of making it.
So it's an approach shot.
Yeah, approach shot in and within 10 feet putting, I would say, yeah.
And do you ever work on the mental side of the game? Do you
Yeah,
have anyone to help you?
Yeah, a little bit. Because I struggled a lot with my putting, so I kind of went away from it and spent some time with a guy that's based at Woburn and just kind of spoke through a few things. But everyone sees the mental game a little bit different than others. So it's kind of quite individual to you as a person, really, to how you see it.
But it's something you have sort of
definitely you have to work on. Yeah.
Okay. So, Hannah, last question from Alex, age 14. And Alex wants to know, what was your lowest ever tournament round?
I think 7 under to win the Czech Open. The final day, I kind of came from behind and shot a really low one and ended up with the win. Yeah,
That's
so,
amazing.
yeah, it was pretty tense times because I think I was 3rd or 4th group from last, so I had to wait for the leaders to come in.
Yeah,
and I had a shot lead, so I was sat there waiting on the phone, like trying to be distracted elsewhere, so I didn't have to think about it, and then also thinking about maybe going to warm up for a playoff. So I kind of shot the score that I needed to, put my name on the leaderboard,
And then there's
I had
nothing
to
you
wait.
can do.
I couldn't do any more.
Yeah,
No,
just
just
wait.
wait for everyone else to come in. Yeah.
And you won, and how
I
did that
did.
feel?
Yeah, pretty amazing. Yeah,
I bet
and
it
still
did.
waiting for the next one. Yeah, once you've got one, you just want to do it.
Yeah, and when was that?
A couple of years ago now. Yeah,
Right,
so I'm
okay.
hoping I'm
It's
due
coming.
one.
It's
I'm due
coming,
one.
Hannah. Definitely. I'm sure we're all gonna wish you well in that.
Thank you.
So thank you so
No
much for
worries.
joining us. We really appreciate it, and I'm sure all the children out there will have taken some tips from everything you've said. So
I
thank
hope
you.
so.
Thanks a lot.